Jessica. I work in accounting and I've been here for 2 years.
My name is Mason Keels. I'm an electrician. I've been with Milestone for almost 8 months.
My name is Brianna Evick. I work in the marketing department.
I'm Francisco Hernandez. I'm a plumber. I've been here for 4 years.
It's funny because she and I had just been talking about wanting to go on a mission trip together the day before.
And I was talking about it and I said, oh yeah, my company sent me. They were like, well, what kind of company do you work for that sends you on mission trips to Guatemala? Like I want to work at that kind of a company.
I was working one day and I got a phone call from the office and they asked me if I wanted to go on a mission trip.
I was going home actually from work and I got a phone call from Eric and asked me, you want to go on a mission trip?
Just a good opportunity to help. I've never done anything like this before.
So it was started by a couple named Roger and Vicky, and they have this center called the Good Shepherd. And they have a lot of rooms on this property where they will host teams that can come and do mission trips with them. They have a lot of kids in their orphanage that will never leave the orphanage. They'll grow up there. So they wanted them to have a place that was more like a family and like a home. So they decided they wanted to build a second orphanage like behind the center, like on their property, and make it like that homey. They have like a mom and dad taking care of them. And so that's what we were working on building, was the place for them to move all of their permanent children to have more of that family environment.
The buildings were all adobe structures and they were almost completed. They had all the conduit in for the electrical. We pulled wire, hung light fixtures, installed plugs, kind of got some exterior lights going.
I was supposed to go there to do plumbing. I think when we arrived, we found out we were about 4 weeks behind. So I ended up doing carpentry work.
Your main focus is safety. It's an orphanage, but you have to be creative with your material, making everything work. Definitely a little bit different than here.
We didn't have a bunch of power tools, so we were having to share the same tools.
It was interesting seeing how willing they were to give. Like whenever we were cooking, one night they were there and they just wanted to help. That's all they wanted to do. And they wash their own clothes. Like we saw at the orphanage, they wash their own clothes. They're just raised so differently, and they're just sweet spirited. And so it was it was sad seeing it, but at the same time it was like they were the sweetest kids on the planet. I'd never met sweeter kids.
So I think just actually seeing the kids that were going to live there, and just seeing how this is going to be their home, so it made me want to put in that extra effort of children are going to live here, and this is the only thing they're going to get to call home.
We take for granted everyday things that we have here, the everyday people of there don't have. Working wise, just the power tools, the material, you can't run down to Home Depot, pick up what you need and come back to work.
It's amazing to be able to work for a company that cares so much, not only about their employees, the customers, the community. It's a good feeling. It makes me proud to work here.
And it's just great to do something good for other people.